The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, return, return. Aye, 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 oh, aye, oh, aye, oh, aye, oh. Aye, 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 oh, aye, oh, aye, oh. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, return, return. Hey, Dora. Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome to Tea and Tarot. I'm your tarotist, Valerie Friend. You can find me at valeriefriend.com and on the Facebook and Instagram sometimes, and on Patreon, where you can support the work. Just waiting for a few people to hop on here. I'm putting the link in the comments to our web or our Etsy site, Scorpio Moon Rising. You have got to get yourself some Yule confetti. It is so fun. Go check it out and follow Liza on TikTok. She shows you all the good things that we have at Scorpio Moon Rising. Good evening, Jen Adams. Good evening, Terry Ross. Good evening, Facebook user. Hi there. Hi there. So I'm solo tonight. I don't know if Amy will be hopping on, but she's still in Maryland and I'm in Ithaca. And I have very puffy hair here for some reason. Hi, Jean Anderson. Hey, Erica. Hello, hello, hello. How was that eclipse for you guys? I hope you got loads of rest and are ready for this portal of hopeful optimism that we have right before the next eclipse, which is December 4th. And it's a solar eclipse, a total solar eclipse in Sagittarius. And for all you astrology geeks out there, you've got to research the eclipse patterns, because we had a first lunar eclipse in Taurus, and this is the first one of a new eclipse sign. And now we're headed towards the new moon in Sagittarius, total eclipse of the sun. And it's the last eclipse in Sagittarius for a while. Long, long while, I guess. So if you are a geek like me, you can look that up. It's kind of fun. And anybody who wants to do a like and share, I would love to have the promotion, because we're few and far between here tonight. Maybe it's just us. That's okay, because it's a really good message. So we walk into this new moon on December 4th as changed beings. And so as we go into prayer tonight, I want us to conjure like the juiciest stories of delight in honor of Sag season. You know, we're going to let go of what no longer serves. I'm using this little dried hydrangea as a wand. It actually clears very well and activates your intuitive power, strengthens all that, protection, all sorts of good stuff. I'll be writing a little bit about hydrangea power soon. So let go of what no longer serves, and we're going to lean into the fullness of the truth spoken clearly. You know how I say Scorpio's the truth about the truth about the truth? So we get down to the truth, and then Sag blows it all up and says, the truth, this is the truth, and really expands it. Sag is ruled by Jupiter, and it expands, expands, expands. So I want you to take a couple of deep breaths into your throat chakra tonight. I know it seems like a weird thing to do, but Feel like you're breathing right through here. And you might want to let it out with a sigh. Shake everything loose and pledge your impeccability in your words this week. Hmm. As we open the channel of divine love and light to bring forth this message for Tea Tarot, I ask that our guides, angels, light beings, and ancestors show up, surround us with love and protection, and bring forth messages that are clear, concise, and actionable, delivered for our highest good, for the highest good of all. And we ask always in perfect love and perfect trust. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. So let's see who jumped on. Melissa Brown, hello, hello. Hi, David Narrow. Hi, Cheryl Salter, sorry. Did I say hi to Jean Anderson? I hope I did. Hello. So, like I said, holy energy witches. This is a really good week to dig into your release work and look at what the fuck is getting in the way of your success, happiness, fulfillment, and joy. The first card up this week is the wheel. She is upright. Remember, we had her reversed last week. Well, now we are in the success zone. And we begin with this Wheel of Fortune upright. Shit's going well for you in areas that you thought you would never heal. And then here come the holidays, or the competitors, or the toxic waiting to talk some smack about you, or about your success. The Three of Cups reverse is a whole lot of smack talk, a whole lot of competition. These are your frenemies, okay? These are the ones who know you and they know where you live and they're coming for you. So try not to slide back into any old frenemy relationships, messages. You know, that girl in high school that said that thing to you that one time and you've been carrying it around for decades. Time to let go of that. Time to let it go. You know, I was going to go to I think it was my 25th high school reunion. And the woman who called me about it to invite me to the reunion was like, I think you should come. And I said, I didn't like school very much. She goes, it's been a long time. And it was true. It was true. I was holding on to old frenemy stuff. Comparison isn't where it's at either. This week, if you are comparing your insides to someone else's outsides, you do yourself wrong. And I want you to give zero fucks about what others are saying or doing. You've got the wheel upright. This is your time to shine, to move forward, to utilize the four elements, the four directions. All your powers are rolling in a good direction. And then you get the people to come along and say, oh, look at her. She really thinks she's something, you know? Last card in the swirl is the Magician, though. Stand your ground. You have manifested this shit. You are awesome. You're creating. You're doing all the things. Who cares what other people say about your magic? Your magic is your magic. And let me just tell you, I love your magic. You're awesome. And if you're not feeling so awesome right now, if you're looking at this this 3-card reading and saying, well, I don't feel like the wheel's on my side whatsoever, then this is your cue to lean through the fear into the hope. You can say to yourself, I'm not feeling awesome right now, but I did see that wheel card upright. and I'm going to speak hope. Tell you why speaking is so important in just a minute. So it's time to create an incantation to the life that you came here to live. Who wants to be their own frenemy anyway? Not me, not me. I don't like those voices. Hey, Kieran Campbell. Hey, Helena Van Dyke. Hello, Facebook user. Hi, and hi, hi, hi. Ooh, Jenny Adams says, lean through the fear into the hope. I like that. Yeah. Sagittarius is very hopeful, very spiritual, and very far reaching, big ideas. Like it wants to know the big picture, not the little details. This is not the nerdy Knight of Pentacles. This is, you know, this is the wheel. This is the magician. Oops, the magician. You know, you got some stuff. You got some stuff to work with this week. So the path is so crystal clear that we should all feel held and protected in our little circle of hydrangea protection. We're starting the week off right with the Queen of Swords, the Mistress of Clarity, upright. This woman is fair. And when I say woman, I'm saying sacred yin, okay? Not biological female anything. Fair and even-minded, this queen clears away the bullshit and sets the boundaries. Okay, she's serious. She's not a real chuckle, which might be hard for Sag. But this week is the week for clear communication, firm but kind, direct but nonviolent, to the point, but with the tempering of wisdom. You know, you don't have to yell at anybody, nor do you have to be yelled at by anybody. The Queen of Wands just says, this is the deal. This is how it's going to go down. I'm sorry if you're not happy about that. We can see how we could make it easier for you, but this is how it's happening. And then when somebody comes back at her with a big voice, she just says, bye-bye. Bye-bye. I got no time for that. I've got no time for you all. And she gets on her way. Firm but kind, direct but not violent, and to the point, but tempered with wisdom. Those are the principles I want you to hang on to. Next, we have the Five of Pentacles showing up in reverse. We question ourselves. You know, if I speak my mind, will I lose people? Will I lose places? Will I lose things that are important to me? Reverse says, no, we're letting go of all that stuff. The Queen here suggests that you pursue your own way, even if you have to go it alone. You know, even if nobody's going to walk with you. The Queen says this is so, and you do her bidding, which is your bidding, the bidding of your soul. And release around scarcity mindset is secret, sacred shadow work for sure this week. Anything that tells you that you don't have enough. This time of year is hard for people. Do I have enough to get everybody a $50 present on my list? And do I have enough to put out the Christmas spread and buy the groceries that are becoming more and more expensive every day? A simple invitation in to the light with what hospitality you have, that's enough. That's enough. So assistance will come as it is meant to. And usually this week, I'm going to say usually it will not come in the way that you expect it. It's going to be a little wild cardy. And especially during this eclipse season, things get just turned on their head at a moment's notice. Last card in the path. No, no surprise here. The Six of Swords. Your losses may be hard and your goodbyes may be bittersweet, but have a steadfast gaze on that distant shore. The wheel turns in our favor as we release those blockages that lock us into anxiety and comparison thinking. The illumination, and this just couldn't be more perfect, my sweethearts. Just to punctuate everything, the illumination is the Fool, the completion of the cycle. New beginnings are seeking us this week. New ways of counting on spirit to catch us. New ways of directing our energy. Maybe new ways of celebrating the holidays. The Fool is both the beginning and the end. A cycle has completed, and we are being ushered into the paradigm of our soul's time, our true longings, our zest for life. Sag loves that shit. So travel light. We just have a little satchel here. Bring a trusty companion along with you. Turn your gaze towards the clouds, my loves, and jump. Blessed be. That's what I've got for you tonight. Who's here? Who's here? Who's here? Who's here? Jen Adams. Let me just see. So I've got, last night we did card pulls for Moon Meditation Sacred Circle, and it was a small, small group. But I did something I've never done before. I pulled one card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Stacy DeMarco is the author of this deck. And then I pulled a second card from the Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland, and the artwork is by Nyx Rowan. Both of these decks I highly recommend. And that's what we're going to do tonight. It worked so well last night that I think we're just going to do it the same and see what comes. So if you have a question, put it in the feed. If I grab your name out of nowhere, you're going to get some cards. Oh, hi from Shoneen. Hi, Shoneen. I'm going to pull some cards for you. Oh, and Terry Ross says her birthday's tomorrow, so you're next, girl. Okay. So, Shoneen, first I'm going to pull from the Queen of the Moon. So we're just going to gather ourselves, open your heart, open your throat chakra, and then one from the Moonology deck. That's the one. Okay. Well, it's a pretty straight up message. I don't really do anything straight, but here's a straight up message. We have nourishment showing up reverse. And this is represented by the waxing crescent. So right after the new moon, that little crescent moon that happens for a few days, that's the moon phase that we're talking about. So the building phase, that's a phase where you really should be pouring nourishment in. But what I'm really hearing here is that you're not taking very good care of yourself. Especially what I'm hearing is not eating on a regular basis, sort of sticking a few morsels in your mouth when you can, and being really busy. I've got your energy is pegged at really busy right now, and you're not doing your best to nourish yourself. And here's the kicker. Nothing will come of this situation. Okay. This is the void of course moon. And it's telling you the goddamn truth right here. Nothing will come of this situation. If you continue to withhold nourishment from your physical, emotional, and spiritual bodies, nothing's going to change and nothing's going to really materialize out of this moment. You can always change it up. Whenever something's in reverse, it's always available in its upright form. So start pouring out a little TLC to yourself, Shawnee. That's what I've got for you tonight. All right. Now let's just look at the feed. Terry Ross, there we go. Celebrating my birthday today, and the eclipse really worked in her favor. That sounds fabu. Let's just see for your birthday. What do we have? Oh, I love it, but I hope you love it. Oh, okay. Patience. Now it makes sense. With the second card, it makes sense because whenever I tell anybody to be patient, especially around the holidays, they like look at me and, probably, make that roll their eyes at me or something like that. So patience, and I'm really hearing this as slowing down. It's the green corn moon. I don't happen to know where the green corn moon is in the wheel of the year, but I'll look it up. But what I'm really hearing is slowing down and being patient with yourself. You may extend that to others, but if you're getting annoyed with other people, it's really sort of self-annoyance that's coming up. And then we have a balsamic moon, that little tiny bit before the new moon. This is coming right up, and it's called a time for healing. And you know what I'd say during the balsamic moon? It's okay to rest. It's okay to rest. You might want to run around like a crazy woman getting ready for the holidays, but it's a better idea to patiently rest. That's what I've got for you, Terry. Happy birthday. Okay, let's see who else is here. Oh, you're welcome, Shawneen. Melissa Brown, I haven't pulled a card for you in a long time. So let's just say, card please for concentration is what she was trying to say. Okay, let's see if we can get you some concentration, or at least a little key to concentration. Concentrate on the cards. Which one? Nope, it's this one. Power. Okay. So, girl, you are on low battery right now. Your power card is reversed. The power card is related to the full moon. We're coming up to that full moon total solar eclipse on December 4th, and you're running on E. No wonder you can't concentrate. You are overdoing it. Another card fell out at exactly the same time, so I have to show it to you. It's called assessing, and it represents the first quarter moon. So about a week after that new moon will be in the first quarter. I want you to set your sights there and really do an assessment. Why do I let myself get so drained? Why don't I ask for more help? Why do I care about the things that are draining me? Are they worthy of my caring, or am I assessing the situation correctly, is what I'm hearing. And then this one showed up from the Moonology deck in reverse, and it said, you and your loved ones are safe. And it showed up in reverse. I don't think that that means that you are unsafe. I think it means that you feel insecure where you are right now. You're not settled. I am having no trouble believing that you are having difficulty with concentration. What I would do is develop a mantra that says, I am assessing my energy level honestly, and I respect the resource of my own power. Okay? Try it out. Let me know how it works for you. I love you, and we need a phone call very soon. All right. Jean Anderson says, middle son having marital issues. She is a very self centered person. I want to support him, but don't know how. I honestly want it to end. Okay, let me just say this first thing. I'm going to Byron Katie on you. There's your business, there's my business, and there's God's business. And some of this is not your business, okay? Your son, you can support him, you can love him, but you already don't like his partner. You're not exactly an unbiased voice. So just be supportive and stay in your own lane. But let's just read on this the marital issues. This actually looks kind of good. The waning gibbous moon is here in the resilience card. Doesn't this remind you a lot of the 10 of wands, that heaviness? But you have taught your son to be strong and resilient, and he will figure it out. He will get it done. And we have this full moon eclipse, just like we just had. And it says conclusions are within reach. So, one way or another, I think that you have raised a resilient, bright boy, and the right circumstance will develop in his life. This will be solved in some way or another. I can't tell you which way it's going to go. That's why I'm telling you, stay in your own lane. As a mother who has one married child, one child with a partner, I have learned the hard way that you stay in your own lane with these things. I love you so much, Jean, and I know you worry about him, but he's going to be okay. All right, all right. Who else? Dora, I would love to give you a card. Let's see what the Queen of the Moon has to say to you. Remember, breathe in through that throat chakra. And no. There it is. Oh, okay, here we go. So I've got the void here for you. And I do feel like there is this stasis right now. It showed up in reverse. And so I think that it's time to start filling the void that you've been experiencing, I would say for the past 6 months. Uh, Sadness, missing people, um, not feeling filled up. Uh, and the card from the Moonology deck is the new moon in Virgo, and it says a time to give rather than take. And one way that we do fill the void is through generosity. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of generosity that's coming up on the consumer holiday. I don't want you to blow your bank. I don't want you to, feel like you have to be uh, Santa's little helper at all. I'm talking about real gifts of generosity, your time, your ear, a shoulder to lean on. Um, just being a helpful person out in the world. If you see somebody having struggling with their shopping cart and you help them get it to their car, or you see somebody um, who just, blew out their backpack and all their papers are all over the street. It's time to not be a bystander. Jump in with a helpful hand, and it's going to help you fill the void. I love that for you. I love that for you. Okay. Oh, David says the corn moon represents the early harvest. So that would be Lammas, August. You're so welcome, Terry. You're so welcome, Melissa. Lisa Massey, I'm going to pull a card for you. I don't see a question, but I'm pulling it. We're just going to wait for it. There we go. Oh, honey, this goes right with the reading today. Let me just tell you that. No, it's not. No. I'm going to show this one to you. It says balance spirituality and practicality. And I heard immediately that this was not the right card, and it usually is the one next to it. So look at the bigger picture is what really came out. Now let me show you what came out first from the Queen of the Moon. Boundaries, girl. That Queen of Swords is going to serve you well this week. You've got to set them and you have to maintain them. What I'm hearing is that you'll set a boundary and then you'll backslide a little bit until it gets too much to handle. Then you spout off again and then you slide back. This is really saying you got to set those boundaries. You got to protect your energy, girl. You got to, really say, I'm worth this circle of protection that I have placed around myself in this area. And then look to the bigger picture. What can you get done now that you've set these boundaries? What energy is freed up? This is the full moon in Sagittarius. We're having a new moon, not a full moon, but we did just step into Sag season. So I want you to look at the bigger picture of what is happening for you when your boundaries are solid and how does your energy change? That's what I've got for you, sweetie. Cheryl would like a card with guidance for the near future. Well, that was the reading, honey. Got to set those boundaries, be clear, tell the truth, expect people to listen to you, don't have to raise your voice. All that kind of stuff is out there for you. But let's get a Queen of the Moon card. And this one popped right out. And it is will. It's the waxing gibbous moon. So as we're building towards that full moon energy, this is, the guidance for the near future. Whatever you put your mind to will happen. You just have to put your strong, what am I trying to say? Command of yourself. You want to take command of yourself. You want to give yourself a Queen of Swords talking to and just muster up the comeuppance to get her done. The second card, oh my gosh, I just set my deck right down on top of it. Says luck is on your side. That Wheel of Fortune upright, that is for you, girl. Luck is on your side. So make the most of it this week. The near future looks good. All you have to do is commit to it, see it through, be strong willed. You're not a bitch. Strong will just means you're serious about it. That's what I've got for you, honey. Who else do I have? Oh, Anne is on as is it Helena? Yep, it's Anne. Okay, I would like a card if possible. It's Anne. I'm kind of hoping to move to the Finger Lakes area and not sure how that's going to go. But I also just got a job here. So that should be good. So what does the rest of it say? But also just got a job there, so that should be good. Awesome. Awesome. Let's look at that. What what has what has the future to hold for Anne with this move to the Finger Lakes, perhaps? Ooh. Well, what I've got is extremes, and it's showing up in reverse. It represents the hot moon. I'm thinking that's got to be an August or September moon too. I really should look this up. This deck is so cool. Uh, so anyhow, let's just talk about extremes. You don't want to go from one extreme to the other. You want to do a nice, balanced approach to this move. You don't have to push or pressure yourself into any kind of extreme situation. And the other advice that we have for you is don't let pride get in your way. Ask for help. Ask for help in this situation. Put it out there on Facebook. I'm looking for an apartment in this area. This is my budget. Can you spread the word around? Don't let your pride get in the way of getting what you want. This is a full moon in Leo, and let's talk about pride and strength and amazement. So I think that you'll get the right place, a nice balance, a nice transition, but you're going to have to ask for it and maybe even, be a little humble. That's what I've got for you, darling. I want to hear all about this job. I need a phone call from everyone. Oh, Dora says, thank you so much. So much. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Dora has been with me for 5 years. She's been with me, I think, since the very first Tea and Tarot, and I love seeing her on here. Jeanette Camp, card please about her job search. Let's get it. Protection came up first thing out of Queen of the Moon. Waning crescent. So that's that little piece right before it goes to the new moon. So pay attention the next few days. Protection, I wouldn't say yes to the very first thing. You've got to keep yourself surrounded with love and protection so you make a good decision out of the right reasons, not out of scarcity mindset. Remember, we're releasing that this week. So let's pull a card from the Moonology deck. Woo, this one just jumped right out. Oh, and this is perfect advice. Surrender to the divine. So the right job is already seeking me. The divine has picked out a job that is better than anything that I could ever have imagined for myself. Those are your mantras. That's what you're feeding yourself. Not, oh my God, I'm not going to get a job and it's not going to pay enough. And da, 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 da. You're going to protect yourself from any negative old messages. Let the spirit carry you a while and know that they're working it out for you. That's what I have for you, my sweetheart. Uh-oh, I'm getting my cards mixed up. That's no good. That's no good. Okay, let's see. You're welcome, Lisa. Oh, wonderful, Cheryl says. Natalie Cornish, could you pull a card for me on a challenging work something? A challenging work A. Could that be asshole? Is there an asshole at work? My gosh, I'm so surprised. Well, the situation's wrecking your peace, is what I'm getting right now. This is like really a day to day pain in the A for you. Let's see if we can get some direction from the Moonology deck. I'm just going to wait for it to pop. There we go. It says, you are good enough. Are you remembering that? That no matter what kind of bullshit is going on in your workplace, your family, your uh your challenging work situation, you are enough. You've got this. You can handle it. Full moon in Virgo, that is the healer, and you can heal yourself from this. But I would offer some witchy tips too. So, my favorite one, salt in the pocket, salt in the pocket. And if this person needs to stay away from you more than they are, mix a little cayenne pepper in that. So, put it across your office or your cubicle doorway. Just keep the negative energy out. Maybe you have some dried hydrangeas in your yard that you could bring to work and make a little, dead flower bouquet. But I think that it's going to work out. It's a challenging work situation. You survived 100% of them so far in your life. So I'm holding you. I'm sending you Reiki, okay? And what you need to know about the challenging work situation, it's not going to be unchallenging. It's going to be challenging. It's up to you to do the protection for yourself. You're welcome, Anne. Okay, my friends, I think we got it. Let me just check through. Da, 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 da. I think I got everybody who asked. Anyway, I love you. I love you. I love you. And if you haven't been to our Etsy store, Scorpio Moon Rising, the link is in the feed. Liza has this amazing Yule confetti that you are just going to love. And she sends, there's one option where you can get a scoop of the confetti in this really sweet teacup and saucer. And it is just the perfect gift, totally affordable. You're going to love it, along with everything else on the site. And our Yule workbook is going to be coming out soon. So be checking out for that. I love you to pieces. Have a good week. The wheel is in our favor. Remember that. Remember that. We're releasing all that scarcity mindset. We're going to tell the truth, even if our voice shakes. We're going to move along from those things that no longer serve us, because we're not paying attention to any of those bitches at work, at school, in your family. Maybe it's a Thanksgiving dinner table. And you're the creatrix. So do it. Jump, 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 jump. I love you. I'll see you next week.